As part of our 2A history project, here is a blast from the past.
Go to my desk. Yeah. Dear, good morning. Welcome to New England. Welcome to Wesson Firearms. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I hope you have a good visit down through the plant.
I don't mind you.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I don't mind you so much as I mind the sound because I'm talking legal opinions here.
All right, we need a little pre-roll time. Need about a few seconds. There it is. All right, here we go. Edit. 3, 2, 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Palmer, Massachusetts. Wait, Palmer? Palmer. I've got so many, take 2. Edit. 3, 2, 1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Palmer, Massachusetts, and here I am with none other than Kelly Wesson, and we are at the Wesson Firearms plant here. And as you well know, we've been supporters of the Wesson Company for some time now because they have always fielded a very fine product, and especially today, we think that your level of fit and finish and machining and certainly quality of product is right up there with the absolute best that's available anywhere. So, Kelly, now which generation are you for?
Oh, geez. I've got to be the 13th generation Wesson in Massachusetts.
Well, now, friends, these people know something about making firearms. I mean, that's been a long time. Of course, Kelly's family dates all the way back to Daniel Baird Wesson, and there's another company over in Springfield. Don't they make guns over there?
Yes, they do.
But this is such a unique area. We're up here this weekend for the Gold meeting, and we're going to be meeting and talking to certainly some of our shooting show viewers and some of our gun club members, and we appreciate so much them taking the time to let us go through the factory. I think that a lot of you are really going to enjoy seeing how the Wesson guns are made. And certainly they have some CAD/CAM machines, but they've also got real people back there and doing some real fitting, and I think you can really see their level of expertise in the finished product.
There you go.
And we're out. Good. You just press the red button again.
Did I press it again?
Press it again. We're still rolling. That's all right. Just press it again. It'll quit. That's right. That's
press
record.
It again, John?
I'll move the other side of the way.
Our international sales manager, who speaks fluently many different languages. Say something for us in Espanol.
¿Cómo está usted?
Muy bien. I understand that much of it anyhow. How about Portuguese?
¿Cómo está o senhor? Almost the same, but not
Almost
really.
the same. Italian?
¿Cómo está?
That's almost the same. How about French?
¿Cómo allez-vous? Now that's totally different.
Well, the French have a habit of being different.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Here we are. We're over here at the polishing department at Wesson Firearms, and we were talking about earlier the handwork that goes into these guns, and this is an example of it. These guys are handworking the frames to get the perfect finish, so that when they get blued in the bluing tanks, they get that deep blue shine to them. There's a lot of handwork that goes into these. They do it step by step, and if it's not right, they stick with it until they get the finish that they want. We have the same handwork that goes into the shrouds as the frames. polish on the frames and the shrouds are so important, because if you don't get the frame or the shroud as shiny as you can, all those little marks are going to show up in the bluing. In order to get that deep blue shine that we're looking for, this is one of the most important parts in the shop. Over here, after the guns are polished and they get that bright finish, they have to clean off all of the buffing compounds before they go into the bluing tank. So that's what he's doing here. He's making sure that they're all clean and that they're ready to take the blue and go into the blue tank. The inspection here is very critical.
Solution here, how long will it take? 35, 40 minutes? How long will it take the blue one?
Yeah, the bluing takes 35 to 40 minutes.
Paper towel or something.
Okay, tell us what we have here.
Here we got a couple frames that just come out of the bluing tank, and here they'll get washed off and oiled, and then they'll be inspected to make sure there's no blemishes or anything, and then they get sent up to the assembly room where they'll be put together and then shipped out. Okay, over here we have our Roby saws. These are cut-off saws. The one on the far end is our cylinder stock. That's what it starts out as, one long bar, and it gets cut to a rough size, and then they move on later in the processes with the lathes and the drills and all. And here we have the cut-off saw cutting bolts for the guns. We got cylinder blanks here. Over here we have our gun drills. Over here they drill the hole out of the center of the barrel stock, and they also do the shrouds also. Drill the hole out. Over here we have our broach. We got Hank here. He's pulling the broach through the barrels in the bath of oil. The oils works real well. You get a real good finish with the broach pull. It's an art. A lot of this stuff here is an art, and this is one of those machines that, you know, as old as it is, it still works real well. Okay, we get the bar stock in. It's all solid bars of stock. And this is crane stock right here. It goes from here over to the Roby saws where they cut it off. But this is how the gun starts. This is the beginning of the cylinders and the small parts that we have. And this is where it all begins, right here. over here we've got our CNC machines, and over here we've got Kevin. He's broaching the frames as they come from the casting. We get the castings in, the raw casting. He takes them, broaches the frame window, so we have an accurate size. Takes a little while, but it's accurate. The frames will go from there, and then they'll go onto these CNC machines to get milled out. Then over here we've got our CNC lathe over here. We got this piece not too long ago, and it's incredibly accurate. And this takes the rough cylinder blanks that we saw over at the Roby saws when they get cut off, and then it turns both ends and drills the center hole. They go from that machine to this blue machine right here, which is a CNC vertical miller, and this drills the holes, the chambers, and here we have some large frame guns that have just come off the CNC machines that are coming over to this area, which is the secondary operations. Some extra holes and some milling. Over here we've got the small parts department. These guys over here make all the small parts, from bolts to sights to hammers, triggers. These guys have a real critical job also. I mean, the whole place requires a team effort, and every person's contribution helps. Well, over here, nobody's here right now, but everyone went to lunch. Everybody's got to eat lunch, got to keep these guys going. So that's why there's nobody around here right now. But I'll tell you what, 12:30 comes around, they'll be back to working as hard as they were before lunch. Over here is the shroud department. Over here they take the all right. Over here is the shroud department. Over here they make all the secondary slots, the sight slots, the compensator slots, and these vented shrouds.
Fully armed, what's about to happen? 3, 2, 1.
We're now in the assembly room where the guns have just come back from the polishing room, and these guys here, this is where they fit all the internal parts, and each guy sticks with that gun until each guy sticks with each gun until it's fit to the perfection that we require. Then they go from here and they go into the range right over here, and they get test fired, and then they get put into the shipping room that we'll go to next.
3, 2, 1.
Here we got some of the used cases that we took out of from the test firing. They'll sit here, and then we'll get to count them up and box them and either reload them or sell them.
Friends, this is their test tunnel. They have an on-site test facility where they can actually shoot the guns. Of course, due to government regulation, it has to be behind this plexiglass screen here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the American Handgunner of the Year Award, Handgunner of the Year Award, presented to Dan Wesson posthumously. Of course, here eating his lunch is a pretty outstanding handgunner himself, Judge Scott. Okay.
We'll fill out whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Seth Wesson out here with one of his favorite guns.
Okay, Cal?
And-
You ready, Johnny?
Yeah.
We're gonna get them right there.
That was a good one. All right.
Did you hear that echo?
No, no more. Oh. That's good.
Kind of rolled over there, Johnny. What do you think?
Smile.
She kind of rolled right over, didn't she?
So.
I thought something. Something burning in the grass. Oh, boy.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is Eric Wesson. He's going to show us a little long-range shooting off his off the back porch. In fact, now then we've got a target out here. We can find it. It's darker than it appears to be here. Go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you feel that heat?
You like that, Judge?
Talk about a way to rid your farm of
Hey,
fire.
Johnny, take a look at the smoke up above. Go up in the sky.
Was that a nuclear or explosive target?
This here is a...
Well, it looks like we might have the fire department here.
Hey, Eric, go put it out.
Johnny,
Now, let's burn.
You like that?
I'll tell you about the gun.
All right, hold
You
up.
probably dropped their kid and ran.
Posh, you gonna go put it
I
out?
did this with a
No.
Browning A-bolt 270 Winchester, and it looks like it did the job. One shot, one kill. 150 grain spear, both tail spire point. That'll do it.
So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourages you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching GunWebsites.com.